Welcome to 6R Heroes, the series that takes you inside Econe, a pioneering European initiative where industry experts are teaming up to build the future of sustainable electronics. Today, we're exploring second chances as we dive into the next R, reuse.
Parvati, Maria Victoria, welcome.
Thank you, Olivier.
Let's talk about efficiency. From phones to car, we often chase the latest model. Yet, real efficiency comes from ensuring consistent quality and performance, even as a product age. Parvati, when this happens in a massive data center, what's the scale of the old but still functional hardware that gets left behind?
Well, the scale is staggering. When we say a massive tech refresh, then we might be talking about the ones that happen in a hyperscaler or maybe in one of those big co-location or enterprise data centers. And then massive tech refreshes can, be like where we look at numbers close to several hundred thousands being taken out at a time. It was mainly driven by the expiry of warranty. And then sometimes it simply could be that there are more efficient hardware now available in the market.
Maria Victoria, you're a sustainability expert at Dassault Systèmes. It sounds like an engineering problem for sure. So how do you challenge the replace by default culture?
We can challenge it by thinking that reuse is not just more sustainable. It's a smarter business because this could influence the reduction of cost, improve profitability, and even influence the resilience of the supply chain. So when we think about reuse, it's something that will give us the opportunity to think in a new role for the same purpose or for a new one.
So you're talking about role, you're talking about potential, not just age. Parvati, can you give us the practical examples? How do you take a server or is a high-speed athlete in its first life and give it a new productive career in the second?
I really like that, a high-speed athlete. When these servers are taken out and before they're put into another use, of course, it has to be first erased of all the existing data that is in there. Then the components have to be tested. And finally, it needs to be reconfigured as necessary before we redeploy it in a second life option. Now, if we think about the AI boom that is happening right now, we know that we require really efficient high-end compute systems, but of course we also require a lot of storage. And this is one of the most possible opportunities that we have out in the market. We can use these servers that are taken out and then be used for storage applications.
Maria Victoria, I feel like with your experience with virtual tools, you could be a career counselor for this hardware, but how do you capture the fact is it a good fit or not for this new role?
The digital twin allowed us to model and simulate the behavior of the server. So it means that we can check what are specific KPIs that will define the performance of this server, and then we can test it in different scenarios for second lives.
We play this career counselor role. We found a new job for this hardware. But what's the real world impact?
To start with, the embodied carbon emissions. When a server is manufactured, it incurs up to a ton of carbon dioxide equivalent in impacts. So if you think about reusing a server in storage applications, we are definitely cutting down on the embodied carbon emissions that are incurred. Of course, we can track the embodied carbon or avoided carbon. We can also track the reuse ratio. And lastly, it would be very nice to track the cost KPIs, since a second life server or something that's coming in for second life is definitely more budget friendly and it can drive the investment decisions for big companies. In short, this is not just sustainability on paper, this is actual quantifiable impact.
Right now, we are in the capacity to measure all these KPIs, but also consider all this information at the beginning of the design process of the data center and also the servers. So it's a very strategic decision. We can consider that this will help for the reduction of cost, profitability of the business. This will improve the resilience of the supply chain and all the business. All these metrics can support the ESG strategy and influence the decisions of investors, partners, and also clients.
It helped me to change my understanding about what reuse is. It's not about aging, it's not about old things. It's identifying the value of all those hardware and systems. Parvati, Maria Victoria, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you. This was a great chat.
But what happens when a device needs more than just a new job? When it needs a full makeover? Join us next time as we explore Refurbish,